Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this game of Crusader Kings II. You may recognise some of what's going on here, because it is the continuation of the Succession game. So, the last time that I have the save, we had started as the Count of Gotland, though we also owned a bunch of land up in Iceland, and we managed to form the Kingdom of Sainthood. Since then, it's gone through a number of other players, and if you want to see precisely what's happened in the interim, you can find a link to the playlist down below. So basically what's happened is we played our bit from Sainthood, we handed off the save to Mus played his part, handed off the save to... to Zatalia. Zatalia played his bit, played it off to Overhauled to Midgeman, and then Midge has just handed it back to me. So I must admit, I've done a little bit of save game magic, because my character was actually called Midgeman. So we are now Emperor Mordred, as we are supposed to be, and we have also renamed our siblings, except for one, Ulfhilda, because apparently she is currently in somebody else's court. But that is pretty easy to fix. It's because the mother moved. The mother will be invited to our court. We'll do that. The child moves with the mother, and then we'll be able to rename Ulfhilda appropriately. Now, so how did we get to this? Because we've been fairly good at naming all of the children correctly. Well, it looks like Midge was playing as this guy, Emperor Midgeman the Glorious. Definitely not egocentric at all. 32 military, crikey. One-eyed, lunatic, great pox, zealous, just, diligent, wrath, content, brave, duelist, celibate, Viking, Valhalla bound. Ooh, nice. Grievously scarred, brawny, uncouth, Taurus, inspiring leader, fearsome, and a skilled tactician. He had a son, Mordred, who was the rightful heir, and that was my father. And apparently I still inherited the title, even though I don't think Mordred ever became emperor. So I'm a little bit surprised it passed to me, because he never actually held the title. So how exactly that happened, I don't know precisely. But yeah, Mordred died, and Mordred II, Mordred Jr., took the throne instead. Like I said, these were all named just randomly because this character was not ever supposed to take the throne, but he did. So now his family seem to be lined up correctly, and we will need to start naming any of his children to Mus. Now, we are currently betrothed, we're actually underage, to Guider of the Finnish Revolt, and that sounds like a terrible idea. So I'm going to break that betrothal. Bye. Because I don't particularly want to be married to the Finnish Revolt, thank you very much. Which will leave me free to choose my own wife. We are 15, and we are only just 15, so I believe in 11 months' time we will come of age and be able to do everything for ourselves. And at that point, we'll be able to play with the toys in our inventory properly. And remember, part of the goal, or actually the goal of this playthrough, was to accumulate a bunch of items, which I'll try to remember to link in the description, but if not, you can find them in my first episode, because Midge very kindly posted them up there. So, let's take a look around the realm. You will remember the last time we left off, we had taken over most of kind of southern Sweden, and I think Denmark, although somewhat tenuously. We had reformed the faith, and I am very pleased to see that we are still reformed pagan, which is great. So, they've kept that alive at least. There are a couple of different reformed pagan factions at the moment. We've got the English Folkerate, we've got the Saxon Folkerate, we've got the Sainthood Folkerate, we've got my one, which is the main one, the Estonian and the Norwegian one. That's Saxony as well. So basically, each kingdom has their own head of faith. The Folkerate is like the main one, that's everything which belongs to me directly, but any kingdoms that we have under us, like Norway, like Sweden, will have their own head of faith. It's not done on an emperor level, it's done on a king level. Except, of course, the Saxony is in fact independent. Has that always been the case? I wonder if you were once a vassal or something. It doesn't look like you're a dynasty member. No, I think Saxony has always been independent. So they've always just kind of left Saxony alone. Interesting, okay. So what else do we have going for us? We have a humongous amount of money. That's really quite impressive. 2,500 ducats. Are we feudal? We are feudal. Okay, so we still have Stockholm as the capital. Uppsala has been fully developed. We own every single barony in Uppsala, and there's no real point to doing this, so I'll probably give the baronies away and instead adopt a bunch of counties, because with that we can get a lot more power. Because any baron that belongs to us has to answer any calls. Like, barons cannot say no, and neither can they rise up against us. So barons are always going to be there. That's going to allow us to just generally control more troops, because we're going to have all of the counties plus the baronies. I think actually, like, we'll get a lot of troops just from this, but ultimately owning counties and a couple of duchies maybe would be better. So we own Haruna, which is the capital. We have Gripsholm, which is Sudermanland. We have Sundru tribe. For some reason we have a tribe in Iceland. I think Midge has a real thing with Iceland. We own Nilund for some reason. We own... That's the barony in there, that's a barony, and that's a barony. So I think... Hatuna must be the most developed. Just double check how Stockholm's looking. Stockholm's not looking amazing, but we could always spend money to improve Stockholm. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to keep hold of Hatuna. We're going to give away these two. I'll probably give away Nilund, and then we'll start working on a different area. Possibly try and wrestle Sjælland off of Denmark. Although, because he owns the Kingdom of Denmark, he'll be kind of upset that he owns... Oh, that we own a bit of Denmark, so we may well go for a chunk of Sweden. I'm assuming we're still the King of Sweden. We're the King of France, Lithuania, Ireland, Finland, and Wales. We don't actually own Sweden. That's the King of Estonia, that's the King of Denmark. I'm seeing a lot of family members as kings here. That's not good, because they're going to be title claimants, and they're not going to like the fact that they are not emperor. Scorpio, same dynasty, -10. Ambitious, title claimant, -20. Yeah, don't... It's fine to have family members as vassals. Don't make them a direct vassal, though. And certainly not of a kingdom. Make them like a duchy or something and make them somebody else's problem. That's going to cause a lot of problems. I wonder who did that. If you find out, let me know in chat who did this. Because they're naughty. Because this is going to make the kingdoms a lot harder to keep control of. I wonder if I'm even going to survive as a kid. It's just going to be me talking about, hey, we're in this situation, we're going to be doing all of this. Stab. Oh well. We're currently being diplomacy focused. We don't have terrible base stats. We should be okay there. I was looking at vassals. So we're sorted by rank. So we've currently got the King of Norway in jail. Though not my jail. He's just in jail. Is he... Yeah, he's related. He's of the dynasty. Desires Jomtland, desires the Kingdom of Lithuania. He is not a direct family member, however. Then we've got Uldrahale, who is a powerful vassal that is not in the council. I haven't done anything with the council yet. He really should. Who is freaking awful. Wow, that's bad. Uldrahale is my dynasty. And really hates us. Wants a seat in the council. Desires the King Yaldum of Jomtland. Wants control of Småland. He's my dynasty. We've got Mord, King of Denmark, who is my uncle. He definitely has a title claim. Wants a seat in the council. Alright. Oh man, this is not going to be easy. And then we have the King of Estonia, who is King Viking, who is married to another member of my dynasty. Crikey, guys, what have you been doing? Ambitious title claimant. Awesome. In fact, yeah, Estonia we'd already seen. And then we have a couple of others. Alright. It's not going to be fun keeping those kingdoms in check. We could create a bunch of duchies, so apparently somebody really didn't like creating duchies. We can usurp Skulva. So I'll probably let somebody else down in that territory do it. We have some tech points to spend. So I see somebody else subscribes to the idea of only spending when you actually need to get a technology. We can negotiate with someone we're fighting with, except it's not our war, it's somebody else's. Hatuna, I think I'm going to keep as the crown focus. It is... booming. Okay, so it's seriously prosperous. That's good. And we need a childhood focus for somebody. So let's take a quick look at the council. Oh, wow, this council is 29 martial. Interesting. So the Chancellor is currently Prince Viking, who is just a random chief. We could give it to Holston, who is an amazing diplomat. He's also super duper loyal. So we're going to give it to you. So we've got at least one loyalist on the council. Steward, we cannot reappoint, though we'll probably give it to the Earl of Anjou. Spy Master, we're going to need a really good Spy Master, so I think I'm going to try and import somebody. And then the Seer, we've got the best person for the job at the moment. So we're going to bring in somebody to be the Spy Master. So we're going to search all. Search my religion, my culture, who's good at spying, is not a ruler, and is male. So Anundur, we could bribe and bring in. Well, let's do that then. Send gift. And then invite to court. Yes. Okay, so you're going to replace this guy. So hopefully we will have some protection. I'm also going to set him to scheming in Stockholm until we are secure in our position. We currently have you performing statecraft. I think I'm going to have you improving diplomatic relations with somebody. Actually, let's come back to that. Of my vassals, who is the most powerful? Denmark, because he would owe us the most money. So we really want to improve relations with Sjælland. So we're going to have you improving diplomatic relations in Sjælland. We're going to have you training troops in Uppsala, so we can get some more troops. You doing technology is fine, that's in Uppland. You're currently studying tech, which for the moment is fine. And how does the Folkir like us? He's pretty chill. Where is he based? He's based in Sjælland. Oh, so we might actually improve relations with him as well. Interesting. So the moral authority of the Germanic faith is huge, and actually we should probably go to the religious map mode so we can take a look. So Germanic is looking rather plump and healthy, which is excellent. We control most of Scandinavia. There's still a little bit of Suamunusko up there. We've got a bit of northern Germany. We have not done an amazing job of getting into Britain. Ireland especially should be. I might set us to conversions. Because currently you are just researching cultural tech. I think what you really need to do is proselytize. France could also do with a healthy dose. So yeah. Let's just see which of these duchies were strong. Anjou. Anjou was the one that really liked... No, he's the one that doesn't particularly like us. He's the one that's going to become the steward, though. He'll be fine. You... I think I'm just going to go for, like, the most profitable location, so if that needs to be converted, then we will convert that. Unless there is anything over here which is not converted. Unlikely, but you never know. No, it doesn't seem that way. Okay, so... Boulogne. No. Yes, Bologna is going to get converted. We'll just start randomly there. And then Bjorn of Scandinavia, who is my uncle apparently, Uncle Bjorn, needs to learn something. I think I'm going to teach you the importance of faith, because you've already got learning pretty high. Okay, good. Titles I'm not going to do anything with just yet. So, what are our goals going to be? Hatuna is already fully upgraded. I'm going to give that away basically immediately, I think. Is that my retinue? Whose retinue is this? What's my retinue like? We are under it right now. We have a fair amount of heavy infantry. We do still have the heavy infantry Huscarl retinues. We have quite a lot of light infantry. Someone's really gone heavy on skirmish retinues. Certainly looks like the skirmish retinue, doesn't it? Yeah, it's the only one that gives light infantry. Yep. Okay, so we'll probably need to do a little bit of retroactive retinue rebuilding. So I'm going to say go ahead and disband this. And frankly, both of you can go as well. Not interested. Okay, cool. Then this tribe needs to be given away to somebody. I don't want to hold on to a tribe. That's just going to cause me problems in the future. So let's choose somebody who's good at, I don't know, fighting. Preferably in the realm, who is not a ruler, so we've already selected that. Dan. Grant landed title. Suderland. Lower titles. Send. So that's you done. I don't want to give too much land away because then we will look weak compared to the others. We need to secure some more territory. So if we divide this up by de jure duchies, then we can have a bit of a better look and see what we want to take. So ideally, we would want to take Sealand. It is a very big province. It has some pretty big territories. But I don't really want to impinge on Denmark too much because that will piss off the King of Denmark. So it's basically any of these darker blue colours are the ones that we can go for. So Jomtland and that's currently in the Duchy of Iceland. That's not really true. Whatever duchy this is. The Duchy of... Oh, the Earldom of Jomtland only really has 3 holdings. 4 holdings. I'm going to count just these ones. 3 holdings, not amazing. Ungermanland in Helsingland. 6, not amazing. Ours has 3, 8, 12, 13. Pretty good. This one, 2, 4, 7. This one, 2, 5, 8, 10. Okay, so this one's pretty good. Vestergautland is pretty strong. 4, 5, 6, 7. Not amazing. 2, 4, 6. Yeah. 2, 4, 6. Okay, so we're going to want this dark purple. So we're going to want Vestergautland. So the matriarch, Archpriestess Svanhilda of Vestergautland is the one that we're going to want to start revoking territories from. We can't do it right now, but that's what we're going to aim at. So we want the duchy of this one, we want this duchy. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 provinces. We can currently manage up to 10. So we may actually want to grab some more outside of that, but that's going to be my initial target. Cool, and that's going to give us a very strong, very centralized location to start with. We could, like I said, go for Sealand, but I really don't want to deal with rebellious vassals right now. Maybe if we get a stronger hold on the nation. Anyway, let's go ahead and unpause it and just see what happens for a bit. You've joined the court, excellent, so we need to go to the council, spymaster, and Aunder is now the spymaster. You are just going to be scheming, which has a high plot discovery chance. We're going to just double check that we are auto-stopping plots because I cannot be bothered to deal with that. Excellent. That's my mother joining. Good. So we can go to you. We can go to my sister, who's still not got a name, and I still can't rename. Should be a button right there. So why can't I? All of my other siblings I can rename. You have to be under the age of 10 and we can do it. So we got there just in time for Viking because he's 9. 26th of October, is a year? He's exactly a year younger. Huh. I was like, 26th of October, that sounds rather familiar. During the Battle of Letgarland, the enemy cornered my commander, Gudrun of Devon, who was cut down several good men before taking a mighty blow of an axe to her head. Another one bites the dust. An arranged marriage between the Prince of Saxony and a random courtier. Go for it. Oh, we have a fight over here, and we have ships over here. Are we raiding? No, I think we're just fighting uprisings or something. In fact, that is something we probably should do, is sort out what on earth our army is doing. This is a dangerous period. So we're going to back off. We're going to return everyone to their locations. I'm going to just have a quick look at the factions. We do have some factions rising. Let's make sure we can get home. doesn't look like we were raiding anything. Oh, no, we were raiding. So let's send the vassals, or my troops, home. Stop raiding. Jump in the ships. Send the ships back to Uppsala. And then I can see exactly what retinues I have and then start rebuilding that. Arco of Anjou has usurped the city. Okay. So he's usurped a bunch of stuff. I am totally okay with this. Alright, so this is my army, as it stands. And I am going to create a new unit, and we're just going to split out any unit that I don't particularly like. So we've got a lot of these light infantry, light cavalry, which I think are old prestige units, because the only light cavalry that we can get now are these ones, and they're quite a lot better. Yeah, retinues are costing me prestige. What's my income like? +8. Those monthly expenses are going to be a lot higher than they usually are. Yeah, I think we're going to transition to proper retinues. So we're going to get rid of these light infantry, light cavalry, because light cavalry are terrible. The light cavalry or the light infantry archers we might keep. Oops, I said the archers we would keep, so let's keep them. That. Because I'd rather have the light cavalry, heavy cavalry combo. Because then at least we're getting some heavy cavalry out of it. The pikeman archers would be even better, but early on, I don't mind having one or two which are not absolutely awesome. Okay, so that's generally better. We'll select you, we'll send you lot home, and then we are going to start raising a new retinue. We are going to have less troops, but they are going to be stronger. In fact, we could even have got those, which would be 400 light infantry and 150 archers. There's just more of them. So I did say I would get a couple of these, so let's raise 3 of them, 4 of them. We'll have 200 heavy cavalry. That sounds like a pretty decent number. I do like the idea of having the either the heavy infantry archers or the pikeman archers. Pikeman archers, you actually get more of them in a unit. Heavy infantry is +40. This one is +80. So actually the defense retinue is pretty strong. Let's get 2 of those, because we already have a lot of heavy infantry. Oh, there's these ones too, which is skirmish retinues. Heavy infantry defense, archer attack and defense. We could get one of those. Nah, I'm okay with this. This is looking good. So it's going to cost us quite a lot to reinforce up to strength. Just going to make sure we're paying the maximum. We are. So we're still going to have 800 light cavalry and 200 heavy cavalry, but they are going to hit a hell of a lot harder. Because these ones have light cavalry attack, light cavalry defense. The heavy cavalry are actually junk. Except for the fact that they are heavy cavalry. It's not like the horse lords. I was kind of hoping that we could see one of the prestige units. Have I forgotten a prestige unit? Just so I can compare stats. Unfortunately, it doesn't look... Oh no, you can. So Trapper, I think, is the prestige modifiers. Yeah, defense is the retinue's name. So these have +60% light infantry defense, +30% morale, no attack. These have +40% archer attack, +20 trapper defense. So what about these? Just out of interest. Archers +20, archer defense +20. So actually the defense retinues are pretty good. Archer attack 20, defense 10, heavy infantry 10. Archer attack 20, light infantry morale defense 20. So the prestige of this version is already better, except that this just has more men. That's 550 troops, which is actually quite a lot. Okay. Borga, Nyland. I'm going to leave you alone at the moment, although Sundar, are you a Jarl? No, you're not. You're the Chief of Picardy at the moment. We could imprison someone, we could do a righteous man. You know what, let's start having a look for potential wives. So if we go, my religion, I wouldn't say any culture, as long as they're Norse. Women, not married. Don't care if you're a ruler. So what am I likely to be? Probably diplomatic, probably fighty. Diplomacy would certainly be helpful, especially with a lot of family members in charge. 16-year-old, good at learning, so we'd have a lot of technology at least, which I'm not going to have, and decent diplomacy. Still not amazing. Really wish you could bring in a age filter. Not really seeing any diplomats there that particularly jump out. Ooh, 18-year-old. Genius. 22 stewarding, 15 learning. She's poor at diplomacy, but actually my diplomacy will counteract that. I wonder if there's any other geniuses. Let's have a look. Yes, there are. So we could go for one which is actually younger than us. She's an architect, which is pretty nice. Zealous, deceitful, paranoid. And with a terrible education. Scorpio, conscientious, craven. These two are too young. I think we're going to throw the dice and try and betroth to you. Oh, really? Prefer matrilineal. She is your eldest. Well, how about I bribe you? How about now? There we go. Okay, good. Decided to accept the suggestion of betrothal. Glorious. Denmark has claimed that's done the Danish claim against Prussia. That's fine. Totally happy for you to do that. Are there any diseases I need to worry about? Not locally, no. Ah, yes. The other thing we probably should do is work out who my best commanders are. Oh, and also, do we have a court physician? We do. Not an incredible one, but you'll do. Alright, so you should not be a commander. You should not be a commander. You shouldn't be. You probably shouldn't be. You probably shouldn't be. Especially as not even our religion. The 20 is fine. These two will keep around unless we find something better. And now we'll go and have a look. So we want to reset this. Men. My religion. My culture group, I would say. Who are good at fighting. Don't care if you're a genius. Not rulers. Well, actually, it doesn't matter if you're a ruler. Yeah, that'll do. So, Raphir we could import. Let's bribe you. And invite you to the court. We can get Freak. And get Dan. Furek, even. Not Freak. Invite to court. Send gift. Invite to court. Alright, and then are there any others that we just want to give the title to? No. No, it's just automatically doing it. Don't do that. This is why we're getting the rubbish ones. And if I need to keep on importing people, then we shall. Leave you. I think the 15s will keep, as I said. So we'll make Dan one. Furek. Tabar. Wouldn't ever show up, so we're not going to make you one. So we've gone down to 11. 11's the lowest. So let's search all again, just to reset this. You're already my dude. You I'd have to invite. Okay. So we can get a couple of 17s here. I think we should invite... Oops. We should bribe them. Invite them to court. Send gift. Send gift, send gift, send gift. And then invite to court, invite to court, invite to court. Okay. And then that means I can relieve you. Whoops, that was a kid who was just born. I did not mean to skip that. Unless it was just a random kid, in which case, oh well. Hollow Scandinavian Roggenwalder. Okay, don't care. You're not one of mine. You're not somebody I need to worry about. Weirdly enough, all we've got time for today. So, thank you very much for watching. I do hope you're enjoying this so far. If you are enjoying this game of administration, then please do consider subscribing. If you've really enjoyed this, then also consider becoming a Patreon. If you've not had a chance yet to check out the other players of the Succession game, you will be able to find a description to the whole playlist in the description below. Check it out and see how we got into this mess so far. Thank you very much for everyone for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.